Today, let's talk all about C-stands so you can see and understand why they are outstanding stands for lights and stuff. Sorry about that. If you're like me and you're interested in cameras and camera gear, it's really easy to get excited about things like camera bodies and lenses because they just have the most immediate, tactile effect on your image quality, your video quality. But there are other things obviously that go into your production kit. And sometimes you get into things, audio is really fun, but I know especially when I first started out, getting into like lighting and stands and mounts and things like this was just not the most exciting thing in the world to me. But it wasn't until much later that I learned how important all of this like grip equipment is to your overall setup. So one of the things I did here recently is I replaced my light stand, my regular light stand, kind of these inexpensive ones that usually just kind of come with the lights when you buy them sometimes. And these are great, but I replaced mine with a big, sturdy, heavy-duty C-stand. And it's crazy how excited I am about this C-stand. There's nothing wrong with these light stands. These are great. They're super compact, very lightweight. They get the job done. Depending on which one you get, they can extend out really tall. But sometimes they don't give you everything that you need. And that's where something like a C-stand comes into play. So for me, what I was noticing is that when this stand was extended all the way out in the corner over there, even though my main key light, which is a Falconized 18-inch like LED panel with a softbox on it, it's really not a very heavy light, but this was starting to kind of bend just a little bit. And most importantly, when I do a lot of my B-roll shots or I do like product photography, I really love the look of a soft overhead light. And this light stand just wasn't making that possible at all. And I had no way of getting that direct overhead light source that I really wanted, which is why I really wanted to upgrade to a C-stand. And there's a lot of varieties of C-stands out there. I kind of went with what is basically the most simple, common setup. It's just a turtle base C-stand with an arm that extends out. It has some grip mounts or gobo mounts on them that allow you to put basically anything in them. So you can use a C-stand for pretty much anything: lights, microphones, flags, backdrops, anything that you need to have mounted and positioned. You can even put cameras on them and get really cool overhead or low down shots. They are incredibly versatile pieces of equipment. They're not crazy expensive. For between $100 and $200, you can get a C-stand that'll last, the rest of your life. My other light stand just fell over. So now what I do is I mount the key light to the arm of my C-stand, and when I'm filming like this, I have it positioned in the way that I always have it, which is kind of reflecting off of the wall and the ceiling to give extra soft, bright light as my key light. But when I'm ready to do B-roll or product photography or anything that's a little bit different, I can just extend out the arm, reposition it a little bit, and now I can put my key light directly above whatever it is that I'm filming. So to show you more about what the C-stand can do, I actually need to go outside because it's a 10.5-foot stand and it literally won't even fit inside this room. So outside here, we've got C-stand, as you can see, and regular light stand. The difference being, really only goes, about 6 feet tall? That's about it, and it's not very sturdy. Whereas this, you can just tell, even without weighting it down, which you normally would want to put sandbags or something on it to weight it, is still much sturdier, and then it can go significantly higher. There's one section, and then 2 sections. Can't even see the top of that. So before we get to that, let's talk about a few other cool things to do with C-stands. I'm gonna get this guy out of the way. Now these aren't quite as portable as the other like traditional stands are, but they're not too bad either. They fold up relatively flat. They're easy to stack and lay. They're really heavy. You could get super ripped by like curling these, but setup is pretty simple. It's basically it. There's a bunch of different varieties, some that come on wheels, some that have legs that move. This is kind of the most simple type of C-stand. When it comes to the arm, you have 2 ways to use it. You can mount a light on this end, or you've got this grip head over here. You can put microphones, you can put light stands, you can even do different adapters, cameras. We'll kind of get into all that. Basically, there's not much you can't do with one of these stands. You have a bunch of different options of how you can set these stands up. You can even take the actual like stand part out and use an adapter like this, drop that in there, and now you can have a really low light stand. Pretty compact, pretty cool. You can also just remove the arm entirely, and then you just have a regular light mount here. So you can use this as a really strong, really sturdy light stand that will, you know, go anywhere you need it and never fall over, but it doesn't have the benefit of the arm. So now we've got this extra wide shot. I'll show you specifically why. We will extend the arm out, raise the top section, raise the bottom section, and this is as tall as this stand will go. It's over 10 feet tall, which is kind of crazy. Just a few warnings. I do have the arm going out over the biggest leg, which makes it a little tougher to tip. And normally you would really want to put like sandbags and weights over here on the legs, so that way it doesn't tip and, you know, nobody gets hurt or injured. C-stands are just giant chunks of metal, and so it's a very real possibility. Even though some of them are air cushioned, most are not. When you release things, it just falls, and it makes it really easy to pinch fingers, hit people on the head, that kind of stuff. So this can reach all over the place, and here's something really cool you can do with it. So I'm gonna put the grip head over here at the end. Then I've got these small adapters, and I'll put links to all these things down in the description in case you want them. And this little adapter, I've got my 6D Mark II here with a 24-105 and a battery grip. This is a pretty heavy setup, but I can put this little adapter right there. This will fit into the head. Then I can adjust this to angle the way that I want. I'm also, just pro tip, I'm putting the handle on the right hand side, so that way as this pulls down, it's actually tightening. If I had it on the left hand side, it would be loosening, and if I had a big loosening, and if I had a big like camera or light on here, it could actually come loose and fall. So putting this on the right hand side kind of prevents that. And now you can probably see where this is going. I can raise the top section, I can raise the second section, and then I have a really high overhead shot. I've had overhead shots before. I've even done a video about an overhead rig, but I mean, look at how overhead the shot is. And you don't need a separate rig to do any of that. You can just do this with this one stand and like a $9 adapter for the camera. And that's really where the strength of the C-stand lies, is the fact that you get all of this versatility from one tool. And I know at first glance it might not be the most exciting thing to add to your kit or the most exciting, you know, purchase to make, but really for how affordable they are and the versatility that they offer, hopefully you can kind of see the benefits of investing in something like this. And again, this big chunk of metal is just gonna last forever. So next time you're looking to upgrade a part of your workflow, I can't get this out. So next time you're looking to upgrade a part of your setup, I think it's really worth taking a second or first look at something as awesome as this.